All right, so I'm back. I'm back in Georgia. All right, I'm back. I'm finally back. I was out west for quite a while. I posted some videos while I was out there. Let me adjust this. There we go. All right. Me and my employer covered 5,300 miles in less than 2 weeks and got some hella work done. All right, so we went to Salt Lake City. We went to Boise, Idaho. We went to Omaha, Nebraska. Brian Poole, all right. I looked for you, weren't there. Couldn't find you, all right. And we were originally supposed to also hit Kansas City on the way back. That job got canceled, delayed, whatever have you. I was supposed to also immediately upon arrival back turn around and go to Boston, which also got delayed because of corporate red tape. But regardless, I'm very upset that I don't have to go to Boston. Very sad. See, I'm sad. But that is good because that gives me a chance to talk to you wonderful people. All right. So today we crossed over 1,000 subscribers. All right. Today we crossed over 1,000. 1,000 people want to listen to my stupid face ramble about Jeeps and history and my hurt feelings and all this kind of crap. Y'all want to hear that. So that's cool. That's sick. All right. So I said when we got to 1,000, we're going to do some kind of giveaway. I'm a man of my word. All right, we're going to do some kind of fancy giveaway. I don't know how fancy we're going to make it, but we're going to do a giveaway. People are going to get stuff, all right? Now, last time I did a giveaway. Come with me real quick. The shop is perfectly organized. I haven't even been in here, so this can't be blamed upon me. All right, so last time we did a giveaway. My brother, who is a cabinet maker, made this sick Willys sign. All right, this was the prototype. A gentleman, I believe in California, won the official version of this, which was stained, and I think it was made out of cherry, I believe. So this is prototype. All right, get your sick Willys logo, Wrigley Traveler. All right, so I definitely, if I can get my brother to do it again, I would like him to make another one of these signs, but each one will be different. So this one's got Willys for life. Maybe the next one says, get it, or hotter than Helen of Troy, or something like that. And then the Wrigley Traveler, another nice sign. So each one of these signs are one of a kind, baby. One of a kind. And so you can own a piece of the empire, you know. So I was thinking about that, all right. Another one of these signs. Got to get with my brother, make sure that's still kosher. That's all right. Do that. And then, of course, a hat of the color of your choosing. I'm also probably going to... Once I get the sign and everything ready, I'm not going to do the announcement for the actual giveaway where I do the comments and then I do the random comment picker. I'm going to do that once I have most of the ducks lined up. And then we'll pick the winner, at which point I'll ask them in the comments, what color. Well, I'll actually tell them to email me. So I can discuss, what color hat do you want? I want to make at least some, maybe a shirt or two, some beanies, something like that. More of a giveaway. And I'm thinking also of, I've got some Willys stuff kind of laying around, and I've got some extras of stuff. So if I can find something that would be worth giving away that's actually kind of neat, then I'll see about that too. But I don't know. No promises on that. I'm selfish when it comes to Willys. All right. But... yeah, so a sign, hopefully, hat for sure, a shirt I would like for sure, and give me some feedback in the comments. What would you want on the shirt? Would you want it to say just Wrigley Traveler? Would you want it to say, Willys for life? Or do you want it to have one of my stupid slogans like this Willys hotter than Helen of Troy? Would you like that on the shirt, Wrigley Traveler? What do you want? Tell me what you want in the comments. What do you want to see, people? What do you want? And then, I'll get the size shirt you want and color that you want, whatever colors that I can get. And then, we're part way now. We're just the beginning. It's just the beginning of the empire, okay? So, nothing changes on the channel, by the way. Nothing fundamentally happens when you hit 1,000 subscribers. All that does is it helps you become more serious in the algorithm on YouTube. YouTube takes you a little bit more serious. so they kind of push your videos more. You can monetize the channel, so you can get a little bit of money from like running ads and stuff like that on the channel. Believe me, it's not going to like, I'm not quitting my job tomorrow is what I'm saying. But anything that would help, me buy parts and stuff to work on these trucks is a win, right? That's a win. Because I got a lot of crap that while I was in Utah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it a lot. And I'm like, you're already going to do this stuff to Jubal. All right, we're already going to put the Dauntless V6 in Jubal. And then I'm like, well, the next project after Jubal's completed, and we've got the Dauntless in him, is the two-wheel drive Willys. All right, and I'm like, what are we going to do with that? Well, I keep going back and forth on this, and this is part of the reason why I haven't done anything with the two-wheel drive Willys, is because I can't make up my simple mind. I was going to put that F-head, okay, in the two-wheel drive Willys. But then I thought, well, it actually was supposed to have an L-head that I'm going to take out of Jubal. I could just put that in the two-wheel drive Willys. Then I got to thinking about it, like, you know what? Like, if the Dauntless swap goes well in Jubal, it's the same frame, it's the same year truck, so we'll already know how to do the Dauntless swap, and we'll know any of the hang-ups or problems. So what if I bought another Dauntless and put it in the two-wheel drive Willys? What about that? And so, because the two-wheel drive Willys, I would really like to be like a daily driver truck without butchering it, putting an LS in it, all that kind of crap. It's going to be manual, okay? We're not doing automatics, all right? We're not doing that. So I'm thinking like, well, let's see how the Dauntless goes with Jubal, and then if that goes well, and I like it, and it performs adequately, then I can go ahead, track down another Dauntless, slam it in the two-wheel drive. Now, the two-wheel drive one's more of an in-depth thing. It will be a long series of videos because there's lots to do on it. It's overall in phenomenal shape. Its frame is almost as good as Jubal as far as like no pitting, straight as an arrow. But, it needs brakes. I'm going to have to do something to the rear end because I know the rear end's going to be just smoked in it. I know it is. And I know it's going to be gear freakishly low. I've done a lot of research about that. And so I think I've found a solution for that wouldn't be that big a deal. And so that means, since it's two-wheel drive, we don't have a front differential or a transfer case to contend with. So that means we find our axle, put in the back of it, put our Dauntless in there, whatever transmission we find hooked to that, and we can make that truck literally your daily driver, if you want to. So I'm on board with that. And like I say, the Dauntless, I keep rambling about the Dauntless because the Dauntless doesn't require horrendous modification to the frame or the truck to put it in. So at any point with either one of my trucks, I want to put it back factory, I can. Okay, that's important to me. I'm already crossing, if y'all been with me much, you already know that I'm crossing boundaries with myself by even entertaining the idea, the blasphemous notion of putting an engine that's not a Willys engine in one of these trucks. So just stay with me here, all right? So I'm already, somebody said it's the evolution of Wrigley Traveler, like, I don't know. I don't like that, all right? I think it's just, I want to drive Jubal. I want to enjoy him, and he's beautiful, and other people should see his grandeur, and they should see the grandeur of the two-wheel drive Willys as well. And so this would make them more feasible. Now, after Jubal, after the two-wheel drive Willys, because why complete one project when you can plan 8 other in advance? All right, so the next one after that one, okay, is I've got the frame out there from the CJ3B. All right, and it's a damn good frame. It's got no bends, no breaks. It's got a couple holes back there where the rubber mounts hit the axle. Nothing to worry about, just easy patchwork on that. Frame is solid, good. I'll have the drivetrain out of Jubal. I'll have a good running engine. I'll have a good transfer case, a good T90. Slam a new clutch in it, it's ready to go. All right, it's just not strong enough power-wise to pull Jubal because he's heavy. He's got a flatbed on him. What if I take that drivetrain and I slam it in that frame out there, and then I buy a body, or I track down an original body, all right, and just build a flat fender out of that? Because that frame, from what I've read, I don't know if you're chastising me. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at them side by side. But from what I understand, a CJ3B frame is more or less identical to a CJ2A frame. Okay? And I believe that because the guy that I sold the 3B body to is putting it on an early 55 CJ5 frame, which was almost identical. It was different, but it was almost identical. It was mainly different in how the fenders and the radiator and stuff mounted, but the actual frame itself is more or less identical, and he sent me pictures of it, and you would never know that this was a 3B body on a CJ5 frame. Because the early CJ5s had an F head in them like a 3B. It's basically a 3B frame, and the 3B frame, from everything I've read, is more or less identical to a CJ2A or a 3A frame. Minor differences, but more or less the same. So if I bought a CJ2A or a 3A tub, and I slam it on that, I've got the L head, I've got the drivetrain, that frame's got axles underneath it that appear to be all right, and we build a flat fender out of it. That'd be a good series of videos, you know, because I'll be the only one that knows, and y'all, because I told you that it's a 3B frame. Nobody else has to know that, all right? Frame's too good to scrap, and nobody's really looking for frames like that anymore. Most people are swapping these onto other things, so it's not that easy to sell a frame anymore. So I'm thinking about that. Now that's down the road. All right, that's down the road. But you know, we got to do Jubal first, two-wheel drive Willys next, and then I would like to do that to that one. So what I'm saying is that sets us up this year for some hella content for y'all, plus sneaking in some trips, camping, and wheeling with the Dauntless powered Willys and all that. I think I've got the list figured out of everything I need for Jubal, all right, as far as getting the Dauntless ready to put in it. So I've got to do some work to the oil pump. I don't know that it actually needs it, but I'm doing it anyway. I want all this stuff done before I put it in Jubal so that I don't ever have to worry about it again, you know. Have a nice, fresh oil pump in it, new water pump, have a new oil pan gasket, new rear main seal, new front seal, probably new valve cover gaskets. It's got a new distributor on it. It's got a new carburetor on it. Get it dialed in, put a new clutch, get all ready, and slam it, maybe scuff it a little bit, spray some paint on it, and then slam it in Jubal. I'm talking slam it, both hands like this, in the Jubal, all right? And then literally do whatever we want. We conquer the whole world. Once we get the Jeep built that I'm talking about, the 2A, then we can flat tow it behind Jubal because he'll have that raw, odd fire, dauntless power. All right, he'll have that power. You know what I'm saying? Raw, unmitigated, odd fire power. Okay, so we can do whatever the hell we want. All right, we can pick up where Alexander the Great quit, conquer all of Southeast Asia. All right, you do whatever you want, all you want. Okay, so that's the plan. That's the plan, all right? Now, I don't have anything to show you in here. This is just a ramble about the 1,000 subscribers. I talk about the future, about what I want to do on the channel that's coming up here, which will be Jubal, the two-wheel drive Willys, and eventually I would like to be doing that as well. So, I want to thank you all for subscribing. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your kind words. I appreciate all this. You know, I've had like 2 negative comments the whole time that I've done this channel, and I got one the other day from a guy saying that I ramble too much, which is fair. That's fair. And also that he thought he was going to be seeing a man working on a Willys truck, and all he saw was somebody talking about shit that he's going to do. That's what he said. You know, okay, cool. You know, whatever. Like, it's a mixture. Some people like me talking, others don't. I make the videos because I enjoy making the videos, and I hope y'all enjoy them too. But I don't have an inclination to not be true to myself and the things that I like and enjoy. So if folks don't like what I do, that's fine. You go watch somebody else. There's plenty of other good channels to watch. Lots of other Jeep channels. I mean, you've got Turn and Burn. He's phenomenal. You got Red Eye Garage. Great. Old Six Court, who I don't know if he's got a YouTube channel or not, but he's on Instagram. Phenomenal stuff. Red Eye Garage, I watch him all the time. He does some sick stuff with Willys. Lots of other Willys channels. So you see a lot more about Willys trucks and different aspects of Willys trucks on my channel. There's not a whole lot about Willys trucks on YouTube. And that's part of the reason why I started the channel originally, was to show Willys trucks because they're sick, all right? So anyway, the ones that are here, I hope you enjoy it. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments. All of y'all that shared and told your friends and subscribed and all that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. It's only up from here, okay? I'm going to do more sick Willie stuff. More sick Willie stuff. Me and my buddy Brian want to go out west for like a long extended camping trip and stuff. See some land out there like I didn't get to see while I was working because, you know, you don't have time. And I would like to have a Willys that I could bring with me, whether it be Jubal or this other Jeep I'm talking about or something. I'd like to bring him out there. I would like to take Jubal down to St. Simons or to Jago Island in Georgia and drive him around at the beach, you know? You'd have to be careful, though, because there'd be so many women trying to run you down when they saw Jubal and his greatness and they hear the odd fire and they see it just so sick. They don't even care about me. They just like the truck. They don't love me. They love my automobile. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, okay? We've still got to put this thing. I haven't had a chance. I've got to put this tire rack and everything on the CJ5. So I'm saying I've got lots of content. I just got to be able to find the time to do it, all right? So the CJ5's been fighting me a lot. I've got to figure out there's something going on with it. Again, it's acting weird, and so I think it's another fuel issue. I think it's that tank, and I'm either going to buy a new tank or I'm going to pull that one out and clean the crap out of it again, maybe acid etch it and red coat the inside of it, and then try that, because it's the tank's like 2 years old. I shouldn't be dealing with this, but I am, and I'm enjoying it. I enjoy it a great deal. So, you know, that person, let's say, that I used to encounter that y'all saw in the video back in the day, a while back last year, she wanted to name it Jolene. Well, we're not naming it Jolene, the CJ5. We've already discussed this previously, but I was thinking, dating her was like dating Axis Sally or Tokyo Rose, okay? So what if we named the CJ5 Tokyo Rose? You know, like that seems like a fitting name. It's the same situation. You try to love them, they stab you in the heart. The CJ5 does the same thing. I try to love it, it stabs me in the heart. So it seems like an adequate name, Tokyo Rose. Would that look good? Or Axis Sally on the side of the hood on the CJ5? I think that'd look good. So that could be a video too. I think that'd be sick. So what I'm saying is, I'm excited. I'm rambling more than I probably should. I just want to give you all a little video here. We're like 20 minutes in, and just give you an update about what the plan is for the giveaway. Tell y'all thank you, and just let you know I love you, you know. Touch base with you, you know. I haven't heard from you, Brian Poole, in a while. I hope you're well. I love you, sir. I hope you are well, all right? I hear from Matt J. and Peter Yoakum regularly, and I can't remember your handle, bro, so forgive me. It's like CRQ2465, whatever it is. You're awesome, too. You're sick. All y'all are sick. You're all sick. I got tuberculosis because y'all were so sick. All right, that's what happens. So let's sign this off with a little bit of history, because I haven't done any history in a while, and I discovered something last night that I thought was rather interesting, so I thought I would do it. So, I told y'all briefly before that I had a lot of ancestors in the Civil War. I had a third great grandfather that had like 74 children. He didn't. He had 27. Either way, 2 of those men, of those original children, were allegedly under the command of Stonewall Jackson during the Civil War. Okay, now I never could verify that before. So last night I couldn't sleep, and I was looking at the genealogy and stuff, and I was looking at it, and I was like, well, they're in Company B, 23rd Georgia Infantry. I'm like, so, well, what if I can just find the regimental records on where they were at, and maybe I could glean something from that. I was able to. I couldn't do this before, so I don't know if these are records that have just been released or compiled or what. But Company B, 23rd Georgia, was at Chancellorsville, which is where Stonewall Jackson is wounded pretty bad. He doesn't die from those wounds, he dies from pneumonia. But this is what starts it. So he's wounded at Chancellorsville. But at Chancellorsville, they call it the most perfect Confederate victory because of how General Lee split the army into pieces and was able to overwhelm a rather large Union force that had the Confederates outnumbered, and also, you know, better supplied and whatnot, and that they were able to do this. Well, a key point to Lee's strategy is Stonewall Jackson. Okay, so Stonewall Jackson gets stuff done. All right, well, part of how he was able to do that is because of Company B, 23rd Georgia Infantry. All right, my ancestors were in, 2 of them, brothers. All right, they were the rear guard. The 23rd Georgia Infantry was the rear guard for Jackson's wing of the Confederate Army. Now, the rear guard is a very important part of an army of this era. All the way back to Napoleon, all the way back in the day, you had to have a rear guard because your enemy would try to flank around you and attack you from the rear, or get around the rear of you and come around and hit you from the side, or whatever kind of flanking maneuver you want to talk about. So the rear guard is vital. All right, so in this instance, at Chancellorsville, the 23rd Georgia Infantry, Company B included, there's lots of different companies in this group, they're the rear guard. And they actually end up getting separated from the main Confederate Army, surrounded, and like beat to hell and back, all right, like pretty bad. And my 2 ancestors were captured at Chancellorsville, all right, which is in my genealogy that they're captured. Well, this report says that almost the entire company was captured, all right, so there was only like 300 men or so in this company. And I think 175 of them were captured, the rest were wounded. Their officers killed. And so they basically get surrounded in this railroad berm against a railroad track. And the Union troops come up and basically just get 360 around them and force them to surrender because they have nowhere to go and they can't fight their way out. There's not enough of them. So they get captured. They get sent to Point Lookout, Maryland. I believe one of them ends up at Rock Island, Illinois, which is another infamous Union prison camp. There's a lot more prison camps in the Civil War than Andersonville, by the way. There's quite a few. Both sides treated captured soldiers very, very poorly. All right. Rock Island, Illinois was exceptionally brutal for Confederate soldiers there. Andersonville was horrendously brutal for Union soldiers held there. All right, so there's no love lost on either side towards soldiers captured in battle. All right, so they're sent there. So I was able to confirm something that I've known about for years, but I never did know for sure, and I was able to confirm it last night. And it's interesting, right? Because it makes me happy to see that I had ancestors all over the place, from the Revolution to the War 1812 to the Civil War to World War II. I've talked about this before. It just makes you feel, you know, like your problems really ain't that big a deal. You know, they're really not. I wasn't having to fight overwhelming forces at Chancellorsville. I wasn't like my grandfather. I didn't have to be at the Battle of the Bulge moving German prisoners around. I didn't have to do any of this crap because these guys did stuff like that. So it just, I don't know, it gives me a good feeling. I know a lot of people that couldn't care less. They've told me before, I don't care about my family ancestry. It means nothing to me. You know, it doesn't impact me at all. I would disagree with that. It impacts virtually everything about you. You know, the good things, maybe, you know, how you look, the way you think, the way you talk, your accent, all this kind of stuff. Sometimes even the way you walk. You can see people that walk or talk just like their father or grandfather did. It impacts you in all kinds of ways that you don't even realize. I mean, the area you grew up in, there's plenty of elements of my family that aren't good, okay? There's plenty of elements that that are not proud of, not happy about, and nothing that should be replicated, all right? But there's a notion of like I say, like Lieutenant Dan, where they're in all these conflicts and stuff, and all that led to me sitting here talking to you about Willys trucks. So that's pretty cool. You know, I think that's pretty sick. So I thought I'd give you a little more family history there that I was reading about last night that I find interesting. And then I'm going to keep doing the history stuff in each video because I've gotten a lot of good comments about that. People seem to like it. So, yeah, thank you again for being here. And once I get the ducks in a row, I don't know, it shouldn't take me very long. I'll order, like I say, the hat I do on order. So I know what color you want. The shirt I'll do on order, so I know what color you want. And I want y'all's feedback. Like I'll say again, I want your feedback on what you want on the shirt. If you would like something different wrote on the hat, other than Regularly Traveler, let me know that too. And if you have a notion about maybe what you'd want on the sign or something else you might want me to do in the giveaway, then you let me know. We'll figure it out, It's still cold. Maybe throw a couple beanies in, I don't know. But I just want to do something different for this giveaway. I mean, it's still the similar, but I want something different, show appreciation. And I'm going to do a giveaway that is to more than one person, So I'll probably do like probably 2 or 3. And I'll have all this figured out how I want it done by the time I do the actual giveaway video, which will be labeled giveaway video. All right, so you'll know which one it is. So, yeah, you'll stay in the loop. I'll keep you in the loop. This is almost 26 minutes of me rambling, but I'm excited. I'm happy. We're at 1,000. We finally achieved it. We've crossed the Rubicon. Rome is right there, okay? All we got to do is just steamroll it, all right? So we're getting there. We're getting there. So I love you all. May you sleep peacefully. And may you conquer everything that you set out to conquer this year. Your fears that are hanging over your head, the things you worry about, you get out there and you conquer it. It all can be done, all right? You can get it done. You want to change your job? Change your job. You want to make your life happier? You want to go up in the mountains and live like a hermit? Whatever you want to do, you get out there and you do it. You conquer it. You conquer that. There's nothing you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. So just do it. I love you all. I will see you shortly. And I'm hoping to film some more content here in the next couple days on Jubal and the 2-wheel drive Willys and all kinds of crap. So get it. Remember, Willys for life. I don't have a Willys to show you, so I'm just going to have to show you my stupid face. Willys for life. Regularly Traveler for life. I love you all. May you have a pleasant tomorrow. Get it. There's a Willys bed right there. Willys. Yeah.